Well, hello everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts, coming to you with another video reaction upload. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. All of you guys' support is greatly and truly appreciated, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing and liking the videos on my channel. It does not go unnoticed. I am greatly and truly appreciated. For those of you who have not subscribed as of yet, what are you waiting for? It is free to get a good kiki with me and me. So come on in the room. Click that subscribe button, click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and leave your comments down below. All right, you guys. Thank you again for joining us. As a friendly reminder, I am doing a series of subscriber give backs where I give cash money to my subscribers to show you guys that I do truly appreciate you guys supporting me and my channel. I have already completed the first give back, which was $100, 100, once we reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, the second give back is going to be $200 once we reach 5,000 subscribers. So keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking so the channel and the videos can get in the YouTube algorithm. And don't forget about the new feature, the hype button. Click that hype button. Now, remember, with the hype, you only get 3 hypes a week. So choose my channel to hype it. You don't have to hype all my videos, but at least once a week, hype one of my videos, okay? Okay. Preferably not the Country Wayne skits because y'all already come watch those. Hype one of the other ones, okay? Like this one that we about to get into today. But before we get into that, I do have a more subscriber givebacks after that $200. There's a $500, $700, $1,000, and even a $2,000 give back. Yes, I am giving that much money back because I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys for listening, joining in, and supporting me in my channel and helping me grow. Check out this intro video here as an intro to the channel and see the list of the remaining subscriber givebacks. It tells you the amount of money and how many subscribers we need to reach in order for us to give back that money. Check it out here, you guys. All right. Y'all gonna learn tonight. All right, y'all. We're about to get into a different type of reaction video on this channel, okay? Now, I know I mentioned about my other channel, which is my Goodreads Book Crew channel that I no longer upload on. I may start back uploading on it in the future. I'm not going to get rid of it because I like to read books, so I may start it back. I did ask you guys how did you feel about me bringing the Book Crew channel over to this channel, but no one responds. I mean, Markeisha asked what type of books I read or whatever. Thank you, girl. She's like a number one supporter, y'all. That's not to discredit nobody else, but she always coming. She always tuning in. So I appreciate her. It's a lot of other people that's always tuning in and subscribing and coming as well. But baby, when I tell you she be leaving me comments, I be like, hey girl, hey. But and she has a channel as well, so y'all click her channel and go and subscribe to her channel. Also, she does shorts on her channel. But thank you guys for that. And she did respond, but nobody else responded about it. So what I decided I'm gonna do, instead of, I'm not gonna bring the book crew over here. I'm gonna keep it over there, but I'm gonna bring something interested to the channel. It's kind of like a book crew, but we're not reading a book. Instead of reading a book and reacting to the book, we're about to start reacting to some of these good old story times. Yes, hunty. The story times with the T. Okay. So join me now for this video that we're about to react to. Well, it's story time we're about to react to. Now, these story times are going to be longer than my normal reaction videos because they are story times. They're like a book, but it's being read to you. And child, what's tea? Okay. Now, I'm not going to react to any of them that I've already watched because that's not a reaction. But I have got some together where we're going to start reacting to. This first one that we're about to get into is tea, y'all. It's tea. It's called My Husband Made Me Sign a Prenup. He had no idea about my $100 million inheritance. Girl, looked like she kept a secret, unlike Amber. Amber let Anthony know everything about him. I mean, about her, and she knew nothing about him. If it wasn't for Brittany, she wouldn't even known about those hidden assets that he had. And then she took him back in, didn't make him get the joint checking account like how he was supposed to, still letting him know every detail about her, herself, but he's still keeping her in the dark. But anyway, this ain't about them, but that's Haida alone. I said, at least somebody can keep a secret. You know, you ain't got to tell your man everything. And if you're a man watching, you ain't got to tell your woman everything. Some things you need to keep to yourself because you never know what a person's true intentions are. And you never really know a person until you live with them. And sometimes when you live with a person, you still don't know them. Do you know how many people that live with people that have unalived other people or kidnapped other people and they have no clue, no knowledge? Girl. Okay. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Next on the docket, when my husband made me sign a prenup and had no idea about my $100 million inheritance. Let's get into it, you guys. As a reminder, all of the content and the reaction and reviews on this channel is covered by fair use and copyright infringement. See the screen below for the copyright and fair use details.
My husband made me sign a prenup. He had no idea about my $100 million inheritance. Dear viewers, please kindly grab your sit and relax as I narrate my story. But before I proceed, please support me by clicking on the subscribe button, like and share this video to your loved ones. Your support means the world to me. Now to my story. My name.
And I will leave the link to this channel, to this story, in my description below, so y'all can go over and subscribe and support the channel as well. And like they said, honey child, baby, if you ain't got you a drink, I drink water. Y'all know that's all I drink. It's water and ginger ale to help me burp because I have an issue with trapped gas. That's why I be like this, trying to breathe and stuff. Okay, honey. But anyway, do what she say. Go get y'all something to drink, even if you got to pause for the calls, and then come back, because I know it's going to be tea, baby, because the ones I be listening to, it's different channels that I be watching, baby. They be having some good old story time. So let's get back into the video.
Ms. Olivia Whitmore. I'm 36 years old. Though I've always been told I look younger. Maybe it's the way I carry myself, or
That's
maybe
around
it's
Amber
just
them
good
age.
skincare. Before I married Daniel, my last name was Evans. a name that carried more weight than most people realized. I'd grown up in Boston, raised in a family where legacy was everything. My late grandmother, Margaret Evans, had built an empire in real estate and high end hotels. When she passed, she left me a fortune, $100 million.
So she got her inheritance and her fortune from her grandmother. But y'all heard her say her good skin care, honey. Y'all know how it is. Black don't crack, honey. She about the same age as Amber Nim. Okay, I'm gonna try not to pause it too much, but keep in mind it is a reaction channel, so I am gonna have to pause it here and there. Okay, but I don't want to pause it too much because I don't want to miss the importance of the story. Okay, so far, her grandmother, she 36. Her grandmother left her with the inheritance. Okay, so let's get into it, honey.
Along with a piece of advice I never forgot. Olivia, never let your wealth control your relationships. Let people love you for who you are,
That's
not
right.
for what you have.
That's right.
By the time I met Daniel, I was working as a creative director at a boutique marketing firm in Manhattan. It wasn't about the paycheck, I didn't need the money, but I loved the work. Daniel swept into my life like something out of a perfectly scripted film. He was tall,
Ow, god
charming, with
dog,
that effortless confidence that makes you believe he has everything under
that
control.
hurt. I had to catch that
He was a mergers and
commercial.
acquisitions
I done
consultant,
scratched my lip. It
always
hurt.
dressed in tailored suits and carrying a faint scent of cedarwood cologne. We met at a friend's rooftop party on a warm September evening. I remember the way the city skyline glimmered behind him as he asked me about my work, genuinely listening in a way that made me feel seen. That night, we stayed up talking until the lights of Manhattan faded into dawn. Our relationship moved quickly. Dinners at candlelit restaurants, weekend getaways to the Hamptons, and constant
Okay,
texts in
weekend
between.
getaway.
By the 6 month mark, I was already imagining a future with him. He said all the right things about loyalty, commitment, and building.
It don't take you that long to know if you want to be with somebody or not. You know what I'm saying? If it take you longer, I mean, sometimes it can take long. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta truly, truly get to know them. But sometimes it can happen quick. You hear us say 6 months. I've known people who met in 6 months and they got married and been married for umpteen years. You know what I'm saying? You also have some who was met shorter than that, got married, and then their significant other took them out, honey, child, on the wedding night or a week later, child. You never know. But I mean, sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know, honey. But let's get back into it, y'all.
A life together. So when he proposed during a winter trip to Aspen, in front of a
Okay,
roaring
Aspen.
fire, I said yes without hesitation. It was only 3 weeks later that he brought up the prenup. We were sitting in a corner booth at our favorite wine bar. I remember the hum of conversation around us and the dim light that softened everything except his eyes, which were steady and unblinking. I think we should.
And you know, I don't think it's anything wrong with somebody saying that they want a prenup or whatever, but don't you think that if you want to marry somebody that you should trust them? But keep in mind that's a short period of time, 6 months. Then yeah, you probably want to get a prenup. I don't have no problem with nobody protecting what's theirs, because if I was rich and had a lot of money and get married, I would do a prenup too, but I wouldn't have to worry about that because I'm never getting married. It has never been on my bingo card, and ain't nothing gonna change my mind. Okay, okay, but I can understand that. But one thing you gotta open your eyes to, like if somebody asks you to, sign a prenup, that means of course you get what you came in with, they get what they came in with. So make sure you still keep you some money on the side, and don't let them tell you, oh, you ain't gotta work or you ain't gotta do this and I'll take care of you. No ma'am. No, no ma'am, no ham. Because if they saying they're gonna take care of you, that's fine and dandy, you know what I'm saying? It's good for a man to want to take care of his woman. But then what if he just up one day and decide he don't want you no more and just kick you to the curb and divorce you? Then you have nothing, because guess what? You signed a prenup. So that means you came in with what you had, and you probably done spent what you had throughout the time of the relationship. if you did, or hopefully you were smart enough to put it in a separate account or whatever. But at that point, like if they're taking care of you and don't want you to work, you're not making any money for yourself. And if they decide to leave you, you have nothing because you can't get alimony or anything like that because you signed the prenup. But let's see if that's what's gonna happen. I don't know, child, but I'm just saying, y'all gotta watch out, honey.
Should sign a prenuptial agreement, he said, like he was suggesting a movie to watch. First I laughed. A prenup. Daniel, I don't have anything you need to protect. He smiled faintly, shaking his head. It's not about that. It's about making sure we both know where we stand. I've worked hard for what I have. If things ever went south, I just want to know it's secure. His words stung more.
He's saying he ain't worried about protecting what you got. He protecting what he got. He letting you know if things don't go right, I'm taking all my money and I'm leaving you with nothing. Okay, you getting nothing. What's Whitney Houston? I have nothing, nothing, nothing. If I don't have you.
Than I expected. There was a coldness underneath the polished tone, something I hadn't noticed before. I stirred my wine, letting the silence stretch before I answered. I see, I said finally. What he didn't know was that I had $100 million sitting quietly in investments, trusts, and accounts under my maiden name.
Okay, girl, and don't even tell him so. Because if anything, she was supposed to be the one bringing up the prenup. Because I'm sure he ain't got $100 million, or he could. We don't know. We're gonna see. Maybe they're gonna tell us. But if anything, girl, you should be happy, and that's why you don't say nothing. You ain't gotta tell everybody everything. You know what I'm saying? He brought up the prenup. Yeah, you probably felt some type of way because of how he said it and how she said he went cold. Things, it was kind of cold how he said it or whatever. But girl, it's protecting you in the long run, baby. God got you. God like, hunted child. You got your money. He don't even know. And don't tell him at this point. Don't tell him nothing. Keep it separate and don't touch it because if he your husband. Let him take care of you. Let that money just sit over there, collect interest, invest it in some stuff. Let your coin run up, honey, because you never know, honey. You never know. And if you don't ever have to use it, then hey, you can just leave it to your children. Okay? Should you have any? Okay.
It wasn't just money. It was a symbol of my grandmother's faith in me. And I'd never told him about it because I wanted to be loved for Olivia, not for the Evans fortune.
That's right.
I could have refused the prenup. I could have told him right then that his assumption about my finances was laughably wrong. But
Not
something
laughably.
in me, maybe that same instinct my grandmother had, told me to keep quiet. The next day, we sat in the polished office of Richard Hayes, his lawyer. The agreement was straightforward. We'd each leave the marriage with what we came in with. No alimony, no claims on the other's assets. I skimmed through the pages while Daniel watched me. His hands folded neatly in his lap. When the pen touched paper, I felt a strange mix of power and detachment. He thought this was protection for him. He thought I had nothing to lose.
The ads ain't playing no games,
He
but I
didn't
like that
realize he
ad. That
was
was a
drawing the
Dooney
lines
ad.
that would
I'm
one
a
day
Dooney
keep
girl.
him from
Dooney
touching
and
a
Burke.
single dollar of my inheritance. After we left the office, Daniel seemed lighter, more affectionate, as though a weight had been lifted. I smiled back, playing the part of the devoted fiancé. Inside, I tucked the signed document away in my mind like a card I might play someday, though I had no idea then how soon I'd need it. I went home that evening to my apartment,
That
still
glass of
mine
wine look
alone until
good.
the wedding, and poured myself a glass of wine. I stood by the window, watching the lights of the city pulse against the night sky. The skyline always reminded me of my grandmother. She'd loved this view, always saying it made her feel small enough to stay humble, but big enough to dream. As I sipped, I replayed Daniel's words in my mind. Things ever went south. It wasn't the most romantic thing to say to your future wife, but I brushed it off. People get cautious when money is involved, I told myself. Maybe he was just protecting himself the way I was protecting me. Still, a faint unease settled somewhere deep inside me, like a shadow in the corner of a room you can't quite name. I didn't know it yet, but that prenup, the one I signed so calmly, would become the very thing that set me free.
My apologies, y'all. I might not be looking at the screen every bit because it's not like it's a show. They're reading. I mean, they're doing a story, so I'm listening, but I can't turn my camera alarms off because I'm waiting on some deliveries. So my apologies if y'all hear that and y'all think I'm not listening. I'm listening.
It was the first quiet crack in what I thought was a perfect foundation. And cracks, no matter how small, have a way of growing. The first year of marriage
Especially if
felt
you
like
don't
a
fix it,
dream, at
honey.
least on the surface. Daniel and I moved into a modern townhouse in Chelsea, complete with a rooftop terrace and floor to ceiling windows. We hosted dinner parties, took ski trips to Vale, and posted the kind of Instagram perfect
I like
photos
the
that made
traveling,
people
honey.
think we
They
had
be
it all.
everywhere.
He would wake me up with coffee, leave
Mm.
little notes on the kitchen counter, and call me Liv in that warm, familiar tone that
At least he seemed to be being a good husband, but of course I know it's gonna turn sideways. I don't know. Let me stop being like that. Well, the way the title is, it make me think it's gonna go sideways because why would it be titled "My Husband Made Me Sign a Prenup," not knowing I was worth $100 million, or not knowing about my $100 million inheritance? But it may not go sour. Let's see. And then he's being nice. They take trips. Okay, that's what I like, honey. Show me the world, honey. Let's go and see the world together. And he bringing her coffee to in bed. Like, okay, daddy, pappy.
melted me every time. I wanted to believe we were building something unshakable.
See,
But somewhere around our second anniversary,
see.
the edges began to fray. Daniel started
Damn.
working longer
I just
hours,
tried to give him
or
the
at least
benefit of the
that's what he
doubt.
said. He'd come home late, his tie loosened, smelling faintly of a perfume
When they get to working longer hours, child, you already know what's tea, honey. You already know what's tea. You better start investigating when you see a shift in your marriage or your relationship. You better start investigating and seeing what's going on and the goings on of the goings on, okay? Cause baby, and did she say his tie was loosened, honey? Girl, I know you effing lie. Just on 2 year anniversary, child.
I didn't wear.
Mm-mm,
When
not
I
the
asked
perfume
about it,
too.
he'd laugh it off. Clients live. You know how it is. I told myself not to be paranoid, but a quiet doubt began to grow. At the same time, his attitude toward me shifted in small, unsettling ways.
See, but Leah, where you went wrong, you asked him about it. I could understand that, but you got to have your proof first. That's why I say you got to investigate. Investigate don't mean ask him because he ain't gonna tell you the truth. You need to see what's going on. Why he coming home late? Investigate this perfume smell, his tie being loose, and investigate. Check some things out. Don't ever bring something to somebody's attention unless you know you got proof and you know what you're talking about, okay? Because they ain't gonna do nothing but deny, deny, deny. Okay? Got me looking crazy. Like, what?
He criticized my wardrobe choices,
Mm.
suggesting I aim for something more polished when we went out.
Now he don't like how
He
she
hinted that I
dressed.
should quit my job at the marketing firm, saying, "It's not like we need your salary, and I think you'd enjoy having more time to focus on us."
See? What did I say? What did I say at the beginning? There he go. Now he wants. See, that sound like a setup. First of all, he coming home late from work. He smelling like perfume. He blame it on the clients. Ties loosened, and now he wants you to quit your job. But what? How me quitting my job gonna help us spend more time for me to invest more time with us when you can't even invest the time because you working late now? Like all of a sudden you getting off late, working late hours, long shifts. What they gotta do? That's what's messed up about it. Because if you know you don't want somebody, why try to make them lose everything they have? Why would you tell her to stop working if you know you out cheating? Because that's probably what you're doing if you working late hours, coming home smelling like perfume. Girl, is you gonna quit your job? You better not. Well, I guess you could because you got $100 million. So it don't matter. Cause whatever he do, it ain't gonna matter, baby. You can walk away with everything, boo boo. Child, with
The
everything that you
irony
got.
wasn't lost on me. The man who assumed I had nothing was now treating me like a dependent.
Hmm.
But I didn't argue. I kept my accounts untouched,
I know
my
that's right.
investments quietly growing under my maiden name, my grandmother's empire safe from his reach. I continued living modestly in front.
Y'all heard that. I said that too. She said her investments quietly growing. See, she's smart. She's smart. She signed that prenup. She ain't make no fuss about it because she knows she don't need him. While he trying to be funny, thinking he keeping stuff from her and thinking he finna set her up for failure. But boo, she already got hers. She got hers. And she don't need yours. Baby, that's smart woman. See, Amber could take note. Don't let Anthony know what you got going on and keep your money to the side and keep it at hush. Don't involve your husband with all your business adventures because he not involving her with all his business adventures. And what she say? She's investing her money and it is growing. Okay? Growing. Come on, Liv. Come on, Liv.
Of him, never flashing wealth. My car was a 3-year-old Audi. My
mm,
handbags were tasteful but never flashy.
mm.
And our joint account saw only my paycheck from the firm. I let him believe that was all there was to me financially. Sophie Turner, my closest friend since college, was the only one who knew the truth. She'd been there the day I'd met with the family attorney after my grandmother's funeral.
Hmm.
More than once, she'd asked me if I was sure about keeping Daniel in the dark. Liv, if he ever finds out and things aren't good between you, he'll feel betrayed, she warned one afternoon over lunch in Soho. If he really loves
Who
me for
cares
me,
if he'll be
Sophie, it
feel
shouldn't
betrayed?
matter, I'd
Right.
replied. Besides, this way, I know where we stand. But standing in our sleek white kitchen one Saturday morning, watching Daniel scroll through his phone without so much as a hello, I realized I wasn't sure where we stood at all.
Hmm.
He seemed more invested in whatever was happening on his screen than in talking to me. When we did speak, it was often about his career, his wins at work, his clients, his plans. My world, my job, my friends, my family seemed to interest him less and less. The warmth in his voice when
I
he
thought
said
she
my
wasn't
name
working no
was
more.
fading. By our third year, the late nights became routine. He began traveling for business more often. Sometimes I'd wake up to find he'd slept in the guest room, claiming not to want to wake me when he got home. The
Oh. So not only is he staying out late, saying he working late, but now you taking business trips, extended business trips, and then when you're home, you sleeping in another room. Mm. Girl, girlfriend, I'm so glad you wouldn't tell him about your money because baby, he playing games. But she did mention that he don't talk about her friend. He don't want to hear about her family, her friends, or her job. But I thought she said that she stopped working, or did she say she stopped working, or she just said that he told her that she didn't have to work because they don't need her income. So I guess that don't necessarily mean that she stopped working. But even though she didn't have to work, because she got $100 million. Okay, she a millionaire. Okay.
house felt
Probably a
colder, not
billionaire
in
now
temperature,
after the
but in
investments.
presence. One evening, as I set 2 plates of dinner on the table, Daniel didn't even look up from his phone. I'm not hungry, he said, standing up to grab his coat. Going to meet a client. I watched him walk out the door without another word. The
At dinner
sound of it
time?
closing behind him was sharper than usual, like the slam of something breaking that couldn't be fixed. I spent that night curled up on the couch, staring at the city lights through the glass. I thought about my grandmother's advice, about love and wealth and trust. I thought about the prenup. And I thought about the quiet freedom it gave me, even as my marriage felt less like a partnership and more like an arrangement. I didn't know what was coming next.
Baby, I would have been investigating. But you know what? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't have to investigate. Sometimes God will just bring it to you because you know that saying what's done in the dark I always come to light. That is For real, for real, for real. Okay. Sometimes you don't even have to investigate. Sometimes it just it's shown to you. You already seeing the stuff because you notice he's coming home late. You see his tie messed up. You smelling the perfume. Child, I still would investigate. That's just me. Okay. I'm not gonna bring nothing to you though until I have hardcore proof. And when I have the hardcore proof and I bring it to you, rest for show, that's about to be the end of us. Cause it ain't gonna be no going back and forth. It's not gonna be no bickering. I'm gonna just show you A, B, C, D, and D. I mean E. A, B, C, D, and E. And then I will give them a chance. I'm not gonna argue with them, but I want to hear what they're gonna say. I want to see if they're gonna tell the truth or if they're gonna lie. But my decision is already made before I'm gonna even come to you with it. But let's see what happened, y'all.
But I could feel the shift. Something was unraveling between us, slowly and silently, like a thread pulled from the hem of a dress. You can pretend it's nothing for a while, but eventually the whole thing falls apart. And part of me, the part that had kept that $100 million secret, knew I'd be ready when it did.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
The first rail warning sign came on a rainy Thursday night in late October. I just finished a client presentation and decided to surprise Daniel at his office with takeout from his favorite Thai place.
So she was
When I
still working.
arrived, the lights in his office were off. His assistant looked startled to see me. "Oh, Mr. Whitmore left hours ago," she said, glancing away quickly. I stood there, holding the paper bag of food, a knot tightening in my stomach. Daniel had told me he'd be working late. I didn't press her for details, but something in her tone, or maybe in her hesitation, lingered with me all the way home. From that night on, I started noticing more. The mysterious calls he took in another room. The receipts in his jacket pocket from places I'd never heard of. The way he guarded his phone like it contained state secrets. Then came the night I overheard him. I'd been reading in bed when I heard his voice down the hall in his home office. The door was cracked just enough for the sound to slip through. "Don't worry," he said in a low, clipped tone. "Once everything's done, she won't get a penny." Froze. My pulse hammered in my ears. He could have been talking about a business
I can't
deal,
find the
but deep down I
pause.
knew he wasn't. I waited until I heard the click of the call ending before walking into the room.
Yeah. I'm over here going crazy. I'm like, why is my mouse not going over to the other screen? I'm trying to pause it. Wait, hold on. Wait. She said she heard him on the phone saying, "Don't worry, she won't get a dime." Girl, see, Chad ain't worth a wooden nickel. So he planning on leaving her and not leaving her with a dime. Well, you already knew from the beginning he wasn't leaving you with a dime because that's why he wanted you to sign that prenup, okay? But to be scheming on you and trying to, girl, and see, that's why it's good that she didn't let him know about that $100 million because he would not only be cheating and trying to leave her, but then he'll be trying to take that $100 million that she has as well. So, baby, that's fine. Do your cheating. Don't touch me though. We would not be sleeping together. You can keep sleeping in that guest bedroom that you've been sleeping in or whatever. But I will be the one to sign the divorce papers. I will be the one to divorce you. But from the sounds of it, he on his way of divorcing her. Like, girl, see, you already saw those red flags, but you was ignoring them. We gotta stop ignoring the red flags, okay? They red, they waving, they like, whew, whew. Can you see me now? Do you hear me now? Like, girl, now he on the phone, girl. Scheming, girl. Don't worry with some broad. So the broad know he got a wife. So he telling this broad that he leaving his wife apparently for her, and she ain't getting a dime. So don't worry about it. Why the other chick worried about your money though? But anyway, let's get into it. You know, honey, they gonna get they just desserts. Everybody do except Shayla. Girl, all right, girl. I was over here panicking. I couldn't find the button to pause it, honey. Come on, let's play.
What's that? Asked casually. He looked startled, then quickly composed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Just a client. Go back to bed, Liv. I didn't push it.
Girl.
I just nodded and walked away, but inside a switch flipped. If Daniel was planning to leave me, I wasn't going to be
I
blindsided.
know that's
A
right,
few
girl.
weeks later, he came home early on a Monday evening. I was chopping vegetables for dinner when he
Well, at least she know not to be blindsided. So at least sometimes it's okay. She know, and she got her plan. Whatever her plan is, that's what her plan is gonna be. Cause she know at the end of the day, he gonna need her versus her needing him. She don't need you, baby. She got $100 million. She probably got $1 billion now because she invested her money because she ain't got to use it. She got a job. She a whole millionaire and she still work because she just like to have something to do, baby. Come on now. I like how they got these little screenshots though because look how he looking at and she just chopping her vegetables. La 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 la. I don't give a damn about this Negro because I got money that he don't know about. So boo boo, go on and be with Chickadee, old Chickadee that you been running around town with, honey, because I got what I need. Okay, baby, girl.
walked in, looking oddly relaxed. He poured himself a drink,
That
then
suit
leaned
nice
against the
though.
counter. Olivia, he began, using my full
Olivia,
name. I think we both know
what
things
happened to
haven't been great
Liv?
between us. I set down the knife, meeting his eyes. Go on. He sighed, as though this was hard for him.
I like
I think
Liv.
it's best if we end things now. Cleanly. No drama. We've grown apart. I almost laughed at the rehearsed calm in his voice. And the prenup. And
See, I like her. She's smart. She's smart. Let him do. She ain't gotta confront him because she ain't even worried about it. You know what I'm saying? But I would. I mean, just to go on and leave him alone, I would have once I had proof. But if I ain't got no proof or whatever, then hey. And yes, I'm gonna look for it because I don't need you sleeping with me and you going around sleeping with everybody else. I don't need you bringing nothing to me, honey, because it's too much going on in the world. Okay. But she laughing, baby, because she like, baby, I don't even need you and I know you cheat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to even ask you. I ain't got to hear what you say, honey. And that's why you don't know about my money. So bye, deuces. Go on. Go on with your broke ass. Come on, Liv. But that's funny how he been calling her Liv, and then all of a sudden he want to call her Olivia. Girl, who is that?
keeping mine just as even. He didn't hesitate. It means we both walk away with what we came in with. I know it's for the best. The
Okay,
confidence in
bye.
his eyes was almost amusing.
Deuces. Deuces. Tell him deuces,
He
honey.
thought I was walking away empty handed. He thought that in signing that agreement, I'd surrendered any power I had.
Hmm.
I agreed without a fight. No tears, no shouting, no begging him to reconsider.
He think he
His
won.
relief was visible, as if my compliance confirmed that he'd made the right move. The divorce process was quick, almost too quick. Our lawyers handled everything, with Richard Hayes ensuring the paperwork went through without delay. Within 6 weeks, it was done. No property disputes, no messy battles over accounts.
I know that's right. Come on, Liv. And baby, this outfit, she reminded me of Amber with the outfit on and the hair. Come on, outfit and hair. But Amber ain't this smart to do this because Amber, baby, come on, Liv. You better show up, honey. Show up, girl. Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready to sign them papers. Hey, yeah, you leaving what you came in with. I'm leaving what I came in with by 100 million plus interest over time. Okay, because they've been together what 3 years. She been earning interest. Come on, Liv. Come on, y'all gotta be smart like Liv, honey.
On the
Smart
day
like
I
Liv.
signed the final documents, Daniel shook my hand as if we were business
I
partners
know he
concluding a
didn't.
successful transaction. I wish you the best, Liv, he said, like it was a line from a script. I
Deuces,
smiled back.
Daniel.
And you, Daniel. When I walked out of that office building into the cool winter air, I felt something unexpected.
Relief.
Not sadness,
I
not
know that's
loss, but
right.
a quiet, delicious sense of freedom.
I know
He
that's
thought
right.
he'd outmaneuvered me. He thought he was walking away with the upper hand.
Hmm.
What he didn't know was that I was walking away with my dignity, my independence, and $100 million he'd never touch.
Come on, Liv. Come on, Liv. Come on, girl. She walked out with her head up, her freedom, her dignity, no diseases from him going and sleeping around. Let's go, Liv. Let's go. Let's go, baby. You better let him know, honey. But I want her to let him know. But you know, the divorce once the divorce is final, it's finalized. But that's all right. It may come up later. Girl, you why you didn't tell him? I would have soon as we signed them papers and everything was set in stone and it's official on the court record. The 2 weeks later, I think she said, "Baby, I would have let him know. I would have let him know that I'm glad that you had us to sign that prenup because I would have hate to lose half of my $100 million, baby. What I say, I would have bust his bubble because I'm petty, just because of how he did her. He tried to make her quit her job. Thank God she didn't quit her job. And then he started cheating on her for no reason. Like, why are you cheating? You don't have no reason to cheat. Child. At least he wasn't fighting on her or nothing like that, baby. But child. But that the cheating is worse because you can bring home diseases. Like, girl. Child.
I had no intention of telling him. Not yet. But life has a funny way of arranging moments you couldn't plan if you tried. And one
So
of
it's gonna
those
come back.
moments was waiting just around the corner.
Come on.
2 months after the divorce, I was sitting at a quiet corner table in the Whitmore Club. An irony not lost on me, since the upscale cafe shared Daniel's last name but had nothing to do with him. I'd come for a late breakfast after a morning meeting with my financial advisor, and I was feeling lighter than I had in years. I wore a cream silk blouse, tailored navy trousers, and a
Oh,
Cartier
but what
watch
she
that
got
had
on right
belonged to
now?
my grandmother. Beside my cappuccino
That's a
sat a
cute
slim
outfit
leather
too.
folder containing some preliminary plans for the charity foundation I was about to launch. It was the first project in a long time that felt wholly mine.
Hmm.
I was halfway through a croissant when I heard a familiar voice. Olivia. I looked up, and there he was.
Oh Lord,
Daniel
is
standing a
Daniel?
few feet away,
Yes.
looking as surprised to see me as I was to see him. He was in a
I know
dark
he.
suit,
Look,
but not his usual sharp
I
tailor.
know he probably looking at her like, damn, she look good, cause baby, she do. She don't look like how she was looking on them pictures before, honey. This haircut, baby, them weight, baby, is cute. And that outfit, baby, come on, outfit. Come on, wig or hair. That might be her hair. Come on, outfit and hair, that baby. Come on, Liv. Yes. He gonna wish he gonna regret losing you, honey. And don't
Kind.
take him
The
back.
jacket was
But I know
slightly
she ain't. She's
rumpled,
smart.
the tie a bit crooked. Daniel, I said, leaning back in my chair.
Now she's saying he look like a bum. She said it in a nice way. She looking good and spiffy, and he coming there looking like a whole bum. Okay, like baby, you look better when you was with me, honey. Sure. Baby, they get their karma and they just deserves, except Shayla. Sure.
It's been a while. He smiled, that same smile that used to disarm me, though now it looked more like an
That
act.
suit,
Yeah, it has. You look different.
wait, that suit does look ugly. The suit he had on in the kitchen when I said, okay, that's a nice suit. It was blue. I can't tell what that is. It look like it's black, but yeah, it do. He do look raggedy. He look like I ain't gonna say that. God forgive me, cause I was about to be real ugly. Let's not say that. But yeah, he do look like a bum. I'm gonna say that. And that other suit he had on, he looked like he had money, but he don't look like he got money no more. Oh girl, the cleaned him out in 2 months. 2 months time. This how you looking. 2 months after you call yourself leaving me. This how you looking, baby. Baby, sometimes the women do have these men looking good, honey, and they don't know how to do it on their own. But some men do. Some men know how to dress and look good on their own, though. But child, apparently, him and his new woman. Mm-mm.
His eyes flicked over my outfit, my watch, the bag at my side. New job. Not exactly, I replied, stirring my cappuccino.
Job.
Just enjoying my
Come
inheritance.
on,
The way
inheritance.
his expression froze was almost imperceptible,
I
but
can't
I
even
caught
drink my
it.
water.
Inheritance. I took my time, letting the silence stretch before I answered. Yes, from my grandmother, Margaret Evans. She
Hmm.
left me well enough to live comfortably.
Come
His
on,
brow
girl.
furrowed. Comfortably. Smiled. About $100 million worth of comfortably. For a moment he didn't speak. I could see the calculation in his eyes. The replay of every conversation we'd ever had about money. Every assumption he'd made about me. He blinked twice as if trying to process it.
Uh-huh.
You're joking, he said finally. Oh no, I said softly, leaning in just enough.
Wait, that ain't have changed him. It look like a whole different person. That suit right there is nice. He don't look bad in that suit. That suit don't look raunchy like the other suit did. They done switched him up, honey. I like this picture. They done glossed it up or whatever. She looking the same. He don't look the same. That suit look better. Yeah, that suit look better, honey. Look, I couldn't see. Well, I don't know why I lift my glasses up like that was gonna make me see it better. I couldn't see it at all. So I lift my glasses. Yes, come on, girl. Like, let me find out. Cat got your tongue, yeah, $100 million inheritance. And no, I didn't tell you about it because guess what? You wanted to sign a prenup. You want to leave with what you came in with, and you want me to leave with what I came in with. So if that's the case, then you don't need to know. Even if that wasn't the case, you don't need to know. But if I had $100 million, baby, I would have been telling you to sign a prenup. Okay. Haunted child. Hmm. Come on. That suit right there
Have
is
to
cute,
let the
though.
words land. It's been mine for years. Well,
It look
before
nice
we
on that one.
met, I just never mentioned it. You know, since we had that prenup. He
Oh, what they do
exhaled
now?
sharply, almost a laugh, but there was no humor in it. You kept that from me.
Did.
I tilted my head. You made it clear from the start you wanted to protect what was yours. I was simply doing the
I
same.
know that's right,
For a long
Liv.
moment he stood there, looking like he wanted to say something but couldn't quite find the words. Finally he muttered, I have to go, and turned to leave. As he walked away, I felt an odd mix of satisfaction and closure. It wasn't about revenge. Not really. It was about knowing that the version of me he thought he was divorcing didn't exist.
Ha.
He'd left the wrong woman. Later that afternoon, my phone buzzed. Text from Daniel, we should talk. I
Hell
didn't
no.
reply. The next day, another, maybe dinner sometime. I deleted it without reading the rest. By the end of the week,
I
I
know that's
blocked his
right.
number. I wasn't interested.
I know that's right. Don't be calling me now. Now that you know I got $100 million, yeah, boy. Don't call me now. Talk about what? We got. Let's talk about baby. Let's talk about you and me. No, 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 no. She said to the left. Oh, to the left. To the left. I went that way to the other left. Baby, Lil say, baby, no ma'am. Go holler at your girl that you left me for. Okay, don't worry about me and my 100 million. No, no, bruh. Okay, bruh. I love that for
Reopening
him.
doors that had closed so perfectly.
I know that's
Life had
right.
moved on, and so had I.
I know that's
Only
right.
now I was walking into it with my eyes wide open, unencumbered, and $100 million richer. What I
Come
didn't
on,
know at
Liv.
that moment was that life had an
Oh,
extra layer of poetic justice planned for
come
Daniel,
on, poetic
and I'd hear about
justice.
it sooner than I thought. It was Sophie who first told me about Daniel's new relationship. We
What's
were
tea,
having lunch at a
Sophie?
small bistro in Tribeca when she leaned across the table with that look that always meant gossip. You're not going to believe who Daniel's been seeing, she said. I sipped my iced tea, keeping my voice light.
Come on, T. Ugh, dang
Enlighten
on ads.
me. Vanessa Clark, she replied, almost grinning. She's in luxury event planning. Gorgeous, young. The kind of woman who knows how to work a room. And a man's wallet. I laughed softly.
Not his
Sounds like
wallet.
his type.
I
Over the
said
next
that.
few months, little bits of news trickled in. Vanessa had moved
Oh,
in
he
with
looking
him.
nice, honey.
They were seen at charity galas, expensive resorts, and once even photographed.
I'm sure these are not the real people that they showing, but baby, that look cute. They look cute together. I ain't gonna even lie, but she said, "Oh, girl, know how to work the room and work his wallets." Okay, but that he looked good, honey. He looked good. But he would have been looking better with her. Okay, with the silver dress on, with the high split. Okay, I like the pictures though. They did good getting these pictures, honey. They look good. I ain't gonna even lie.
In the south of France. She had the polished social media presence of someone who knew exactly how to brand herself.
She do.
Then, one evening in early
But that
spring, I
ring
got a
though, she
call
got a
from a
ring on
mutual
her finger.
acquaintance. Liv, you're going to love this, she said, her voice bubbling with amusement. Vanessa's gone.
Why they
Took a
ain't
chunk
changed
of his
Liv
money with
clothes?
her. I
Oh,
raised an eyebrow even though she couldn't see me.
wait a minute. I gotta stop talking while they talking, baby. Because I was about to say, why they Liv ain't changed her clothes yet? They done went to two different scenes and Liv still got on the same outfit. But baby, now she left him and took his money, honey. Girl. Now how she get away with taking his money and he made you sign a prenup, girl? So he married a woman because I saw him with the picture, the bigger picture, she had a ring on, but the top corner picture, she didn't have a ring on and they had on the same outfit. So I guess they kind of messed up when they did the pictures because one picture was a ring on, same outfit. Second picture, no ring. But anyway, let's see. How the hell did she get the money? But he had you sign a prenup.
How big a chunk? Big enough that he's selling the townhouse, she replied. Apparently, she convinced him to invest in some exclusive opportunity that turned out to be nothing more than her getaway fund. I hung up the
Ooh.
phone and sat back, letting the quiet satisfaction wash over me. It wasn't that I wished him harm, but there was something undeniably poetic about it. The man who
Yes.
had once been so concerned with protecting what was his had handed it willingly to someone who saw him coming a mile away. By
Wow.
then, my own life was thriving. The charity foundation I'd been building was officially launched, focusing on education grants for underprivileged youth. I traveled to Italy to meet with potential partners, spent two
Come
weeks
on,
hiking in
Liv.
New Zealand, and hosted a gala that raised over $2 million in one night.
Come on,
I
Liv.
also moved into a penthouse overlooking Central Park,
Come
the kind of
on.
space my grandmother would have adored. Airy, filled with light, with walls lined in books and art I'd collected from my travels. Sometimes, in quieter moments, I'd think back to those early days with Daniel, the man I thought I'd married. But the thought never lingered. The truth was, he'd made his choices, and I'd made mine.
That's right.
The prenup that was meant to shield him had ended up protecting me.
That's
My
right.
silence about my inheritance had been painted by some as calculated, even cold. But to me, it was simple self preservation. We all protect what matters most. For him, it was his career and his image. For me, it was my freedom.
Come on,
One
Liv.
warm evening in June, I stood on my balcony with a glass of wine, watching the sunset spill over the city. The skyline shimmered like a promise, not of love, but of possibility. I thought of my grandmother, of her voice telling me to make sure people loved me for who I was. Smiled. In the end, I had kept that promise to her and to myself. Daniel, wherever he was, had probably learned a lesson too. Money can buy comfort, status, and fleeting attention, but it can't buy integrity. And if you treat people like they're replaceable, you shouldn't be surprised when life proves you wrong.
I know that's
I
right.
turned back into my apartment, closing the balcony doors. Tomorrow, I'd have a meeting with the board about expanding the foundation's reach. There was still so much to do, and so much life ahead of me. As I placed my empty wine glass in the sink, I caught my reflection in the kitchen window. I didn't look like a woman who'd been left. I looked like a woman who'd walked away, with her head high,
Let's
future
go.
intact, and a fortune she'd never needed to
Come
flaunt
on,
to know her
Liv.
worth. Sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't payback at all. It's moving on so beautifully.
I know
You
that's
can't
right.
help but watch from the shadows. If there's one thing my journey taught me, it's this. Never let anyone pressure you into giving away your security,
I know that's right.
especially when they claim it's just business. People's true colors show when money enters the
That's
conversation.
true.
And sometimes, silence is your best shield.
That's
My
right.
grandmother used to say, protect your peace before you protect your purse. I learned to protect both.
I was gonna say I
And
gotta
it
protect
saved
both.
me. And that's how a prenup meant to protect my husband ended up protecting me. And my $100 million inheritance. Now I'm curious. If you were in my shoes, would you have told him about the money before the wedding?
Nope.
Or kept it a secret like I did? Let's talk in the comments. I'm reading every single one.
Would y'all have told? Nope, I wouldn't have. And she right. You gotta protect your peace, baby, at all times. And like she said she did, she protected both her peace and her purse. Come on now. Come on, Liv. Baby, when I tell you Liv worked him, she worked that, honey. She already knew she was rich. She knew she didn't need this man money. And she wasn't asking him to be married. He proposed to her after 6 months, okay? So she wasn't tripping about the prenup because she needed it as well. She actually needed it more than him. So it was better that he asked for it. And like me, I said, yes, I would have left him because I'm not going to sit there and just let nobody cheat on me. But some people, sometimes it could be in your better interest just to sit back and relax and let it be shown to you. But if you're going to sit back, relax, and let it be shown to you, don't let them be sleeping with you, honey. Do not be sleeping with them because they're going to bring you something back, honey. And then if you tell your husband he got to wear protection, he going to be like, well, what's wrong with you? See, that's why I can't do it because I ain't going to be able to fake the phone. Now, I will. I'm not going to fake the phone. But I sit there and I just collect my information. But once I come and confront you, it's not even a confront. It's not a confrontation. It's coming to let you know that I know you did this. And if you feel like you got something to say, you can say it. But if you don't have nothing to say, it don't matter. Because at that point, I'm gone. I'm letting you know it's over, boo. I'm ready to sign them papers. Let's sign these papers and let's get it over with. Okay? Okay. But everything that's done in the dark always come to light. And he got his karma just like that because old girl done took him for his pen, for his coins. She didn't even have to marry him. And she got his coins. She done lied and told him to invest in something. And he really was investing in her. And she left him. She got the money and she bounced. That's why she was concerned about his wife not getting no money when they got divorced. Now, baby, you had someone that loved you and didn't want your money because she had her own money, honey. Tell me, like how she said, what have y'all ever been in this situation before? If you haven't, if you come to this situation, what would you do? Would you be like Amber and tell your man about all your finances and everything that you got going on? Would you tell your man every single thing? Or would you keep some stuff to yourself? It is very, very, very important to keep some things to yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. Your significant other don't need to know every single thing because it's no guarantee that y'all gonna be together for life. You know what I'm saying? It's you would hope and pray that it would turn out that way, but it don't necessarily turn out that way. For not for everybody. For some people, you do find good people and they do have successful marriages, but not all the time. So at the end of the day, you gotta protect yourself, protect your peace, and protect your pockets. Okay. Tell me what y'all would have done. What do y'all like? What do y'all think about this story time? Do y'all like this story time? Y'all, what's tea? That's what they do now. What's tea? Okay. I was like, come on, Liv. Come on, Liv, girl. Girl, grown woman activities, honey. Come on, Liv. Leave y'all comments down below. Like the video, share the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, what are you waiting for? It is fun. Look, I can't even talk. It is fun over here, y'all. Okay? So get a good kiki with me. We're going to get into these story times. We're going to keep getting into some comedy. We're going to laugh and we're going to get into the tea. Okay? Like the video, share the video, leave y'all comments down below. If you have not subscribed, click that subscribe button, click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. And as we say before we go, love, peace, and hair grease. Smooches. Bye. Have a wonderfully blessed day, you guys. Bye. Why my fingers got stuck to my lip because of my lip gloss. Bye. Deuces.